Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are tackling something absolutely crucial. It's a skill that literally saves projects, protects budgets, and honestly preserves your team's sanity. We're talking about crafting highly effective problem statements.
70%. No, seriously, that is the staggering failure rate for projects across industries. Why? Well, it's usually because teams spend weeks, sometimes months, pouring energy into a solution only to realize they solved completely the wrong problem. It's like building a beautiful bridge to nowhere. If you don't define the problem correctly right at the starting line, it really doesn't matter how good your final solution is, right?
So, here is our roadmap for today. 1. Why most projects fail. 2. Anatomy of a problem. 3. The SMART framework. 4. Aligning stakeholder perspectives. 5. Real-world case study. 6. Recap and knowledge check. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1. Why most projects fail. Unclear problem definitions are the #1 killer of time, budget, and resources. Period. You could build the most elegant, technically perfect solution in the world, but if it's aimed at the wrong target, it's completely useless to the business. Defining the problem correctly upfront is literally the only way to guarantee your final solution actually hits the mark.
Section 2. Anatomy of a problem.
At its core, a powerful problem statement explicitly bridges a gap. Picture it like a canyon. On one side, you have your current state, the operational pain or the mess you're dealing with right now. On the flip side, you have your desired state, exactly where the organization needs to be. A truly great problem statement acts as the bridge, securely connecting those two realities.
To build that bridge effectively, every comprehensive statement absolutely must answer 4 critical questions. Number 1, what exactly is the problem? Number 2, who is impacted by it? Number 3, why does it matter to the business? And finally, number 4, what does success actually look like? If your statement leaves out even one of these 4 elements, well, your team is basically going to be flying blind.
Section 3. The SMART framework.
Let's break this down letter by letter, kind of like a cheat sheet for bringing precision to our definitions. The S stands for specific. You need to clearly define the issue with precise, laser-focused details. You absolutely cannot just toss around vague complaints like, oh, sales are bad, or the software is slow. You have to pinpoint exactly what is failing.
Next up is M for measurable. You have to quantify the exact size and scope of the issue using specific data or metrics. By quantifying the problem, putting real numbers to it, you make sure that absolutely everyone in the organization understands its true scale and its direct impact on operations.
Then we have A for achievable. Now this means ensuring your statement implies actionable, feasible, and realistic goals. A great problem statement has to set the stage for a realistic, executable solution rather than some impossible pipe dream that's just going to completely frustrate your team.
The R is for relevant. You must align the problem with high-level organizational priorities and, of course, urgent stakeholder concerns. Relevance is what guarantees the business actually cares about the outcome. Look, if the issue isn't relevant to broader strategic goals, it probably isn't worth dedicating precious resources to it right now.
And finally, the T stands for time-bound. You need to establish a clear deadline or time frame for when this problem must be resolved. Putting a strict deadline on it, that is what transforms a vague, lingering complaint into a launchpad for immediate, focused action.
Section 4. Aligning stakeholder perspectives. Now, what's really interesting about this is how organizational alignment is super tricky, mostly because different tiers experience the exact same problem totally differently. Executives? They're looking at high-level revenue risks and overall strategy. Managers, well, they're stressed out about workflow disruptions and constrained resources. And the employees on the ground? They are feeling the direct crunch of heavy workloads and super frustrating day-to-day obstacles.
And this is exactly where strong leadership comes in. A truly great project leader doesn't take sides. Instead, they impartially gather all these distinct perspectives, isolate the overlapping themes, and zero in on the absolute core issue. From there, you use inclusive language to unify these different viewpoints into a single, shared source of truth that the whole organization can rally behind.
Section 5, real-world case study.
All right, let's ground this with a real example. The current state for this retail company is, well, bad. Their daily sales data pipeline accuracy has suffered a massive drop down to 89%. And this inaccuracy, it's causing absolute chaos. We're talking severe inventory mismanagement and wildly incorrect financial reporting.
On the flip side, we have their desired state.
They have a firm target of 95% accuracy. They absolutely have to get back up to this baseline in order to restore reliable, data-driven decision-making across the entire company.
So when we apply the framework, the unified problem statement looks like this. The retail company's daily sales data pipeline accuracy has dropped from 95% to 89% over the past quarter, causing inventory mismanagement and revenue loss. The company needs to identify root causes and restore accuracy to 95% or higher within the next 3 months. And this brilliantly illustrates how it seamlessly integrates all the smart elements. It's specific to the data pipeline, measurable from 89 to 95, achievable, highly relevant to revenue loss, and strictly time-bound to a 3-month window.
Because that problem statement was so strong, it naturally dictates these crystal clear, measurable success criteria. There's no guessing game anymore for the team. Success clearly means achieving 95% or higher pipeline accuracy, reducing those inventory discrepancies by 30%, and validating that reliability through direct stakeholder feedback loops.
Section 6. Recap and knowledge check. Just to quickly summarize, defining your problem protects your resources. The SMART framework guarantees precision, and unifying your stakeholders ensures shared success.
Now, before we wrap up, let's do a quick active recall exercise to test your retention. What does the M in the SMART framework stand for? I'll give you a second.
All right, if you chose option B, measurable, you are exactly right. Quantifying your problem is what brings its true scale to light. I really hope this explainer has shown you that crafting a clear problem statement is essentially a superpower in the professional world. So I leave you with this final provocative thought. What massive organizational gap are you going to finally bridge with your next perfectly crafted problem statement? Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.